A black CEO, well-dressed and ready to board his flight, stood at the front of the line. He had worked hard for this moment, but the moment he showed his ticket, the gate agent looked at him with disbelief. "You're in the wrong class," she said, coldly. "This seat is for someone else." He was stunned, confused, and humiliated. What was happening? Why was he being denied a seat based on nothing more than his skin color? What followed in the next 25 minutes would shake the very foundation of the airline. Watch until the end. Wait a second, tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Michael Thompson, a successful CEO, had just finished a long day of meetings. A flight to New York awaited him, the perfect chance to unwind. This wasn't his first time in first class. It had become a standard for him over the years. But this time felt different. As he walked toward the gate, he couldn't shake the feeling of eyes watching him. Cold, judgmental eyes. He brushed it off, chalking it up to his imagination. Little did he know, this routine flight would soon turn into a battle that would test everything he believed about fairness and justice. There, in the airport terminal, an incident would unfold that would forever change the way he saw the world and his position in it. Michael made his way to the boarding gate, confident that he'd made all the necessary preparations. The line moved slowly, but that was typical for any busy day. As he approached the counter, he handed over his first-class ticket. The gate agent glanced at it, then back at him. For a brief moment, there was a flicker in her eyes. Something he couldn't quite place. "Sir, this isn't your seat," she said bluntly. "You're in the wrong class." Michael was taken aback. "I'm sorry. There must be some mistake," he said, trying to keep his voice steady. He had flown first class countless times. This wasn't right. But the agent was insistent, pulling up a screen to show his ticket, which clearly stated a first-class seat. "You need to step aside," she said, her voice sharp. Now other passengers were beginning to take notice, whispering among themselves. Michael felt the sting of judgment in the air, but he didn't understand why. "Let me speak to your supervisor," he demanded. As he stood there feeling the heat of uncomfortable stares, he could sense something bigger was at play. His mind raced. Could it be racial prejudice? Could something like this really be happening? It felt like a nightmare, but he wasn't sure how to wake up from it. Michael's frustration was growing as the minutes ticked by. The gate agent returned, with a supervisor, a woman in her mid-40s, who had a practiced, indifferent smile. "What seems to be the problem?" she asked, though her tone implied she already knew. "I've been a loyal customer for years. There's no reason for this." "Michael," said, his voice strained. The supervisor glanced at the computer screen, then at him and made a dismissive gesture. "Sir, your seat is being occupied. You'll have to wait until another is available." Just then, something inside Michael snapped. This wasn't just a mistake. This was deliberate. "You think I don't belong here, don't you?" he asked, his voice now full of emotion. The room fell silent. The passengers waited, some recording, while others were uncertain about what was happening. Michael's voice was steady, but inside he was boiling. How had something so simple turned into this, and why was he the one being questioned? After 25 agonizing minutes, Michael was finally escorted to a new seat, far from first class, tucked away in business. But the damage was done. The sting of discrimination, the knowledge that he had been treated this way simply because of his skin color, would stay with him. As he sat staring out the window, the world outside seemed to fade away. This wasn't just about him. It was about a system that silently, but powerfully, kept him in his place. But he wasn't the only one. This was a story countless others lived daily. So, how many more times would it take before the world saw it for what it was? Before real change could begin? Watch, reflect, and ask yourself, when will this end? Where are you watching from? Take care.